I talk to the experts a lot, but I am not the expert.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hey, folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about reprints. Yes, even in the 5th video of the birthday celebration countdown, we are not hiding away from a controversial subject, which I normally don't do because I don't give a fuck. I say whatever the fuck I want here, and I say fuck as often as I fucking want. That's a bit too often, maybe. But that's okay as well. So, we just heard what Blake Rasmussen, Communications Director of Wizards of the Coast, had to say about the fact that he is not an expert on reprints. He talks to experts, but he is not. I personally ask myself, if you are the communications director of a company, then you normally should speak as an authority to all aspects of the company, and that means reprints as well. He got asked about reprints in a live stream recently about Karlov Manor, and he didn't quite know how to answer it right away. But let's see how he stumbles, although he says he's not, how he stumbles across finding an answer. First of all, Blake, kudos to you that you actually read the question out loud, that you didn't skip it during the live stream, and that you tried to answer. I know you navigate around it, but it is what it is.
Some players like me are wondering why we have so many reprints, and Wizards can give some explanations. Cost reduction, lack of ideas. Also, how some cards made a commander and working. There's a lot that's not answered. I mean, that's certainly a meaty topic that we could spend an entire show on.
It's definitely a topic he could do an entire show on. Then please do, Blake, and don't just talk about it. But let's hear what he has to say, why they actually do reprints.
It's interesting to get asked why we do. There was a time. It's an interesting calibration. And I'm not stumbling over the answer. I'm trying to think of the best way to answer it.
So, Blake does do reprints because people asked for it. The strange thing is, it seems that he wanted to say, like, in the past people were asking for it, but I'm not quite sure. I don't want to put words into his mouth that he didn't say, but he actually said that people ask for it, and that's why Wizards of the Coast does reprints. Then, Blake, please answer me as the head of communications director. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it in a demeaning way. Please answer me then why everybody now is asking why you do so many reprints, and you continue to do so many reprints. If in the past when people asked to do many reprints, you did, and now people ask you not to do it, you don't stop. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? On the other hand, he is ready to do a whole show about this, because it's a topic you could do a whole show about. And he's repeating that again and again. And that's always the case with PR people. They repeat everything they say, and basically they don't really say anything. Personally, folks, you know how I stand on reprinting cards too often. I think it's good that we have reprints. I think it's good that cards are available. I think it's a fair point that we get more and more players. On the other hand, I think there is a lack of creativity. There is a reason that certain cards have value and they need to be reprinted so boxes can be sold. I think it is very important that there is a certain balance, that value doesn't get destroyed. Not only for Wizards of the Coast, because they want the cards to have value, so they can sell you the boxes for $150, but also for us, because if you buy a box and at the end, after you opened all the boosters and you have cards worth $20 and you paid $150, it's just not a fun experience.
Because we get calls for reprints all the time. And why don't you reprint this more? Please reprint these. And then, we opened that up a bit. We started doing some cool reprints, finding ways to get new treatments out there.
Wizards gets asked for reprints all the time, at least according to Blake, but I don't think that's actually the case. I know a lot of people are asking about reprints, but in most of the live streams recently, people are asking why there are so many reprints, and people are asking Wizards of the Coast not to reprint things into oblivion. So why are they listening to people that are asking for reprints, but they are not listening to the people that are not asking for reprints? I don't really get that.
And then we've had people asking, well, why are you doing all these reprints? And the answer is, people asked for it. People like reprints.
Isn't that a bit of a paradox? So now people are asking you why there are so many reprints, and you say because people like it. But isn't it the same argument as you just used before when people asked you why there are no reprints, and then you just did it, and now people are asking you why are there so many reprints? Why are you not just acting according to that question as well and just stop the many reprints? Maybe we should do a whole show about this. I don't know.
So like I said, we could spend an entire show on reprints and hitting that sweet spot where players feel like they have access to what they need and all that sort of jazz, but it's a longer conversation.
It is a longer conversation, yes, but a conversation that needs to happen. We need to talk about reprints more, and that needs to happen soon. I hope Blake can free up a spot for that conversation that might be very interesting according to him. He thinks so as well, so why don't you just do an entire show about it? Why? Why don't we just talk about it? Just us and, I mean, like the whole Magic the Gathering community. Pros, cons, people that are for it, people that are against it, and not just listen to the 2 persons that are the loudest on the internet that are against reprints, or the 2 persons that are the loudest on the internet that are for reprints. It doesn't work that way. My opinion is not important because I'm a single person. I think the whole Magic the Gathering community's opinion is important. But yeah, we need to have that conversation. I hope there is a moment for this. Is there?
We could do an entire show about it. We're booked out for a little bit, but it is an interesting topic.
It is an interesting subject. It is a controversial subject as well. But that conversation needs to happen, like I said before. We need to talk about that, and sometimes we do that a little more aggressive. I will link to a video in which I am a bit more outspoken about cards needing to have value at the end of this video, so please continue watching if you are interested in that subject as well. But I have to give Blake the credits for addressing it at least a bit. And of course he's talking around it, but that's PR talk, and he's not allowed to answer in a definite way or in a way that actually allows you to draw conclusions or actually giving you information about future sets or reprints. I get that. So it's okay that he dodges the question a bit. He at least is the only one talking about it, so we have to give him credits for that, folks, honestly. And you have your opinion, I have my opinion, but in the end it is very important that there is a balance, because that's important for the future of the game. Cards need to have value and cards need to be available to players. But it's not good if you are having an extreme that is tilting towards either of both sides. Folks, I hope you will join me in my next birthday countdown video tomorrow. I am not quite sure what I'm going to talk about. I need to think about that tonight, but might be another unlimited video or another sorcery video. Let me know in the comments what you would prefer. Also, if you are actually here still at the end of this video, in your comment, whatever that comment might be, try to use Yoda as a code word. For example, Yoda would like to see a sorcery video or something like that. That lets me know that you actually watched the whole video. I wanna thank all of you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, and if you actually liked the video, then you might consider subscribing as well. I also want to thank the subs that are already subscribed, of course, and I want to thank the Patreons and YouTube channel members. There is not a lot of opportunity often to express my gratitude for that, but with their support, I can say whatever the fuck I want here, and I really appreciate that. It's because of them that I actually am independent still as a channel, which is not that difficult as a small channel, but on the other hand, it's easy to sell out as well. I think that's it for today, folks. Yes, I think so. I think that's okay. We'll leave it to this. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.